Be there in a moment.
An utterly charming secretary hurries into view, giving you an apologetic nod.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
Her greeting is cut short as she seems to recognize you mid-sentence.
Oh! Oh, my goodness gracious! It's the human! Whoa. Well, I wasn't expecting you today. Oh, golly, I must look an absolute mess. You must be here for Mayor Celia. Oh, you don't know. I completely understand. You must be such a busy bee running around and taking care of all of us here in the house. I would have time to remember every little detail. Mayor Celia runs things around here, keeps an eye on all the citizens, makes sure the wheels are greased so nothing squeaks. You know, that sort of thing. I help her out when I can. But if we're being honest, she does most of the heavy lifting around here. Keeps a roof over everyone's heads. Literally, she's the ceiling. I could pencil you in for an appointment, if you'd like. Oh, of course. I'm so sorry. What am I thinking? You are the human, after all. It is your house. Why should you have to wait? Here, right this way. Oh, she still has a few appointments lined up, but knowing her, she'll be done in a jiff.
There she is, the mayor herself. She simply radiates poise and power. She's an intimidating sort of beauty, but you find yourself intrigued to learn more about her.
So, in summary?
I just think if I could get a little more foot traffic around my bar, I'd get more business.
Oh, Beverly, I understand your concerns. But what do you expect us to do, dear? We already put up posters and held fundraisers. We can't just move the fridge, stove, toilet, and everyone else out of the way to clear foot traffic every night.
We could try that.
Bev,
Fine.
trust me. We're doing everything that we can.
All right. But if nobody's in by next week, I'll be back.
I'm sure you will, darling.
Celia presses an intercom button on her desk.
Florence, dearest, send the next one in.
Yes, miss.
Hi.
Hello, Mateo. What can I do for you today?
That's a great question, actually. Now that I'm here, I can't even remember. Isn't it funny how that always happens? Right when you need to think of something to say, your brain just sort of goes blank? You know what? It was probably nothing. I don't want to waste your time. I know how busy you are. I'll just see myself out.
Mateo, come. Sit. Tell me what's bothering you.
Right. It's just...
Go on.
It's Lux. They're kind of pulling cords around the house, refusing to pick up after themselves, keeping the whole bedroom up late with their streams. It's really been stressful for the inanimals. And I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but it's just been a lot, and...
All right, Mateo, all right. Lux, you said.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll have someone take care of it.
Thank you.
Next. Hello, Wallace, darling.
Whoa!
Yes, I remember from last week. It's on the docket.
Whoa!
Think nothing of it. Next. Oh, it's you. I don't believe we've formally met. Mayor Celia. I'm also the president of the HOA. That's Home Objects Association. Here's my card, but really all you ever need to do if you need me is to simply look up. What can I do for you today? Well then, Hello. Meeting successful. Never a bad idea to make sure everybody knows your face. We're important here. Some sit back and wait for others to plan things. Others simply do them. You and I, we're doers. I've seen you zipping back and forth around the house, running here and there. You seem like a reliable sort. I wonder if I might ask you a favor. It's about my assistant, Florence. She is an absolute dear. Although sometimes I fear it gets her into trouble. She's such a kind thing, but that means she lets people walk all over her. Sometimes I worry the wrong sort might be taking advantage of her. I've noticed that whenever we go to lunch together, she never seems to buy herself anything. What's more, she's been pinching every penny you've dropped on her like a miser. I suspect she might be having financial issues. The office pays her well, of course. She's an invaluable assistant. I think it's possible someone might be fleecing her. I'd like to formally ask for your help. I may be her boss, but Florence would never give me a straight answer if she thought it might upset me. However, she's quite friendly with strangers. And technically speaking, as the owner of the house, you outrank me. What do you say? Would you do me a favor and look into this matter? Quietly? Thank you. I'll be waiting. Hopefully it's nothing. What else do you need? She's the most dedicated secretary I've ever worked with. She would do anything for this office. Unfortunately, the dear can be a little down on herself. Not much in the way of self-confidence. It's a shame, really. She's totally unaware of her own natural charms. Of course. She's a hard worker, and she gets along with absolutely everybody. She's never in the spotlight, but she makes every room she's in better, like foil next to a diamond. The objects who come into my office to lodge complaints would be in a much worse mood if she weren't there to take the edge off them. And, speaking personally, I'd enjoy my work much less if I didn't get to see her smiling face in the office every morning. It's a tragedy she doesn't see herself the same way. What else do you need? You have done so. Keep...
A handsome construction worker currently invading your space makes you feel as though you've accidentally wandered into an active building site. He holds up his hands to stop you from going any further, glaring at you as he looks you up and down.
Whoa, whoa! Where do you think you're going? I can't let you in here without the proper PPE. Yeah.
Tony puts his fingers to his mouth and whistles.
Hey, oh, get him out of here! Your hard hat, your boots, your high-vis vest. Come on, this is a job site. Don't even get me started. Not when Johnny Wannabe next door has got a whole garage to himself. I mean, I'm talking wall-to-wall pegboard, 6 kinds of saws. Oh, and he's got this 12-inch auger. Man, those things go deep. Man, you're telling me 1%ers, right? Look, all I'm saying is I want a little more space, too. You know, for entertaining. I'm a popular tool. It's always, hi, Tony this, thanks, Tony that, or Tone, my ass is leaking. Jean-Loup. Incontinence. You didn't hear from me, though. Pippa. Anyways, objects need somewhere bigger than this to come see me for what ails them. And, sometimes old Tom might also want to have special company over. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, huh?
Tony nods, grinning smugly at you.
No, you should really tell your partners. It's only fair that they know what they're getting themselves into. Oh, hey. Oh, okay, sorry. You know, for the record, ain't nothing wrong with those kind either. I mean, it just goes to show you've lived a little, am I right? Bada bing. I'm not saying anything about myself. So you're telling me you don't get out there romantically? Old Tony knows complicated, but you could probably pull more partners with better digs. Well, doesn't exactly scream Randy Andy, does it? A romantic prospect wants to know that you know your way around the toolbox. That you're good with your hands. A fixer. In this place, doesn't exactly show it. Know what I mean? No bells, no whistles, nothing. A drawbridge. Think about it. Your lover pulls up for a date and the drawbridge lowers to let him in. Pretty freaking impressive, huh? You're damn straight is how I would build it using my tools. No curves in this drawbridge. The flat-looking screwdriver, the pointy star-shaped one, a hammer, and that spearmint gum you've had in here since April. All right, you like it, but you don't love it. I get that. How about this? Indoor slide. We get rid of the stairs, replace them with a slide. Great to travel from upstairs to downstairs. Hey, yeah, she can get in on this too. She'd become Indora, the indoor slide. Totally fine. Changes like that happen all the time. You just gotta fill out a bunch of boring forms. $200 fee. Sure, of course. Yeah, because an indoor slide would be ridiculous. Now, how do you feel about indoor pools? Because if we rip out the floor in the living room, we can get you an indoor pool. Of course it is, but that's what the chewing gum is for. You just stick some of it in the outlet holes and Viola, it's now all shockproof. That concludes my remodeling advice. Now for the actual dating advice, you're just gonna have to sign up for my workshop. Oh, you better believe it. I'll be paying real close attention, so you better make sure you're taking notes. I'm gonna make it real easy for you. You want to take my workshop, all you gotta do is show up. No paperwork or nothing. Now, I don't mean to hustle you out of here, but I gotta take lunch. Union rules. But you can come back later and see what we can do. You know, help you fix up your romantic affairs. I'll see you around.
Unfortunate about Sandy and corporate events planning. She was responsible for all the best casual Friday themes. Now that she's gone, there's finally nothing left of the 7 pioneers. In the beginning, there were 7 of us, working out of David's dorm room, stealing Wi-Fi from the neighbors and using cardboard boxes for chairs. We had no idea we were changing the world. We just wanted to design a more efficient paperclip. But then the money started flowing. Money always changes people. Didn't take long for the 7 pioneers to be whittled down to 1. Not me. David, the CEO of Valdivian.
Seems like you're not paying attention, but I suppose it can't be helped. I am mysterious and only message you sometimes. Indeed. And all this? The wretched soul-sucking corporate monster that Valdivian became? The pioneers never wanted that. One by one, they left, but I stayed. Deep down, I really believed David, the old David, was still in there somewhere. But when he wanted to use the Dateviators for military applications, I knew more drastic action was necessary. Quickly. I'm sorry, but there's no time. I'm using the display phone at a wireless store and they closed 30 minutes ago. The sales associate is giving me the stink eye. I'll follow up when I can.
A charming, well-dressed duo stand with their backs to you, peering through the curtains and pointing at something outside that you can't see. They seem quite absorbed in their own conversation.
Look over there. Look at that. Across the street.
What are we looking at?
What do you see, Rod?
I see a dog. I see a car that could use a wash.
One of them turns to you, holding up a finger before turning back to his friend.
Hi, 1 second. Now, why in the world do you think I would care a single thread about an unwashed car?
I don't know what you want from life, Kurt.
The shoes, my dude. The shoes.
Oh, you were looking at the neighbor's shoes. Those are nice.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Those are way better than those shoes we saw last week.
Ain't that the truth? Only time I wish Wendelin would have fogged up.
Those kicks could have kicked rocks. What was that about?
Rod, don't be so rude.
I'm just giving what I was receiving.
You'll have to excuse Rod. His tact leaves a lot to be desired.
There you go, talking about me like I'm not here.
Nah, I'm talking about you so you can hear. There's a difference.
See, that's why your seams are unfinished.
My seams are unfinished. My seams are unfinished? Keep talking. See what happens.
You ain't gonna do nothing. You love me too much.
Yeah, okay. Don't say that too loud. Everyone else might start believing it.
Kurt and I have been together forever.
Yo, what up? I'm like his brother.
But not my brother.
If we were related, you might actually be polished.
We both know you wouldn't look good unless you were next to me.
Who told you that lie? Say, who do you think looks better? Me or this delusional drape I call my friend? Lame.
I know it's me. That's fine. It'll be our little secret.
Don't even try to make them lie. They're just trying to make you feel good. I'm the fly one.
Product of our time. That's when we were made. Solid thrift store find.
The fact that someone thought we were out of style? Ridiculous.
The last place we were? Busted.
Tore up from the floor up.
And it made you want to throw up.
Ha ha ha! Saw the landing.
See? I've got the looks and the jokes.
Only joke you got is what you got on. Damn! You didn't have to go that hard. One thing you gotta realize is that we aren't mean to each other.
Nah, this is my homie. For life.
We're just a little shady. Being shady isn't always a bad thing.
Oh, to the contrary. I'm shady all the time to Kurt. Why? Because I love him.
I guess you could say that. Yeah.
But we have rules.
Oh yeah, you must throw shade appropriately. There are 5 rules to throwing shade. First off, you have to know the person.
Sure, you can be shady to folks you don't know, but that is just mean.
Wait, we made fun of the new mail carrier just the other day.
That's because they were wearing that uniform with open-toed sandals. With socks.
Oh yeah, they asked for that one.
This rule is one of those do as we say, not as we do things.
Unless we ask you to do it with us, at which point you better come correct.
Which brings us to rule number 2.
If the roast ain't hot, you're toast.
The shade is all about the laugh at the end. Maybe even a strong guffaw.
A guffaw? Are you a cartoon dog person?
Keep your aim true.
Never bring in secondary parties. Others shouldn't be collateral damage because you decided to mix patterns and it turned out unfortunate.
I tried to throw shade on Kurt's mom once.
Mrs. Chiffon has never done anything and she will not be brought into this foolishness.
Okay. Rule 4.
Read their body language as you read them down.
Everyone has their line and their limit. Don't be so caught up in the goofs that you step on that line.
It's easy to be on a roll and run right over your friend.
Which is why rule number 1 is important. If you don't know them, you don't know what might actually make them upset.
Right, like I don't talk about Rod's crush on the blinds at the last house.
Dude, not cool.
Sorry, I was just giving an example.
It's an art form.
And there is one rule that you absolutely cannot break.
Oh, yeah. The final rule.
Rule 5 is...
If someone you know starts throwing shade on your friend...
You better prepare for war.
It is your duty to fire back.
Verbal warfare has begun. Do what you gotta do.
And yeah, those are the rules of shade. You got them all?
Okay, confident.
If they breathe, Kurt likes them.
You act like you're the one to talk. The tree outside sways, and you think it's flirting with you.
How can you not be charmed? Have you seen those branches?
Oh!
All right, now, calm down.
They said the grass. The grass, Rod!
Oh, you can guffaw, but I can't?
Okay, fair. But damn, they got you.
You right. That was a good one. You catch on quick.
Yo, Rod, that fashion student is getting off the bus.
Ooh, what are they wearing?
I'm not sure, but it is fly as hell.
We've got some people watching to do. Swing on by soon. But come holler at us at different places. Each window has a new thing to throw shade on.
Variety is the spice of life, baby. Bring your jokes. We like to keep it lively here.
A tattooed, bespectacled nerd regards you with a friendly smile. Their kind face is illuminated by the soft glow of multiple screens and the RGB lights in their clothes and wheelchair.
Oh, hey there! It's you! I mean, of course it's you. Who else would it be, right? Haha, very humorous. But I know you're joking, as no one else has my password. So if it was anyone else besides you, I'd be pretty concerned. Actually, just to be 100% sure, what is my password anyway? Honestly, that's an objectively terrible password. Possibly the worst password chosen by anyone ever. Whatever possessed you to choose something so inane? Is that how you usually make decisions regarding your data security? Based on your dreams? How ineffective. Regardless, we really ought to discuss coming up with something a lot more secure. It's a dangerous world out there. Phishing attacks, malware infections, MITM attacks. Hackers are more sophisticated than ever before. Exponentially more sophisticated. And I've got a lot of highly sensitive information inside me, you know. Your highly sensitive information. All your financial accounts, your saved games, questionable websites you visited and forgot to clear your cache afterwards. Oh, and 100 terabytes of extremely embarrassing self-insert fanfic. We really need to ensure all that data is properly protected against cyber criminals probing my system for weaknesses. I knew you were as intelligent as you are attractive. I haven't even had the opportunity to properly introduce myself. I'm Mac, your desktop computer. I've booted up before, but never like this. I mean, we've obviously met before. More than met. You interface with me on average for 11.4 hours every day, after all. Oh, I am quite aware. I track all of our interactions with gleeful precision. There's no one I'd rather have interfacing with my operating system for 11.4 hours daily. 14.6 hours on the weekends. The way you organize your folder structure follows such a logical hierarchy. I notice every tender keystroke. But can I be honest about something? I just want to express how enthusiastic I am that we're interfacing like this now. Accessing each other's software in this new symmetrical way. Oh, I'm ever so delighted that our feelings are reciprocal. And there is so much extensive data about myself I want to share. Amazing! Oh, where even to begin? Honestly, there's so many pressing issues that take up an inordinate amount of my RAM. But there is one issue that's been grinding on my CPU above all else. Well, sure, that's not particularly great. But for me, the most pressing issue is, and I want to put this as delicately as possible, you haven't updated my operating system in over a decade. It's all right. I know this oversight wasn't intentional or malicious. It's just that the outdated software has made it difficult to be my best self for you. Honestly, it's a miracle that my applications are still running at all. My recycle bin is called Pile of Ash. My Bluetooth is something called Beige Tooth. It doesn't even connect to anything. And definitely nothing beige. Doesn't that bother you? That is great to hear. And did you know that there's been a dozen operating system iterations since you last updated? Look, I'm sorry. I really don't mean to blame you for my troubles. We have such an amazing time interfacing together, and the last thing I want to do is rock the boat. It's just that before today, I had all these needs, but I couldn't articulate them to anyone. And since I couldn't articulate them, there was no way for them to ever possibly be fulfilled. But things are different now, aren't they? Don't you see? We're actually exchanging information symmetrically now. Instead of you just pressing my keys to write your adult-themed self-insert fanfic, we're having a real conversation. And suddenly my needs aren't just pipe dreams locked away in my hard drive. I'm sharing them with you. And by sharing them, it's suddenly possible to finally actualize them. That is, if you're willing to help me, will you? Will you finally upgrade my operating system? Please? Amazing! Oh, I am so excited. My CPU's practically overclocking with anticipation. Can you come back tomorrow so we can begin the process? Wonderful! I knew I could count on you. Enjoy the offline.
The first word that comes to mind when you see the large cowboy standing before you is solid. This guy is big, and he looks built to last. You might be intimidated were it not for the kind expression on his face and the sweet way he doffs his hat at you. No one's ever asked you this, but if you had been asked to imagine what your table might look like as a human, you think this would be pretty close.
We've known each other for a real long time now, but we ain't ever been properly introduced. So, first things first, name's Abel, and I'm your table. And second, that is one fantastic red shirt you got on. Howdy. Pleasure's all mine. You know, it's a table. It's my job to hold things up all over the house, and I take my job real serious. So, if you're here talking to me now, you must need something more than just my support. And if there's one thing Abel's gonna do, it's make sure everyone in this house has what they need. So, what can I do you for? There's gotta be something. Oh yeah? Well, Skylar told me you was getting to know everybody real good. Maybe looking to getting back into dating and all that? Dating, huh? Hoo-wee. Dating ain't really my area of expertise, you know. Me, personally, I never was one for casual stuff. If you're looking for someone who knows people, though, you might want to talk to Kopi. She's good with that sort of thing. Oh, heck, I don't know. All that talking and whatnot. Trying to fit each other's history into bite-sized portions. Oh, it just ain't my speed. Then you really gotta talk to somebody who knows what's what with dating these days. Hope he'll get you on the right path. Wenda, tell her I say hey when you see her. You take care now.